No, I wanted to be the Red Ranger. I'm wearing red.
I don't care. It's just an example.
Dibs on blue.
You're listening to Buffer Buddies, episode 73. We're watching the Power Rangers. I'm the Green Ranger, Jared.
And I'm the Pink Ranger. No, I'm not. I'm the Yellow Ranger, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany, I'm the Pink Ranger, AranyaExumai.
And I'm the Blue Ranger, Peter.
Wait, you guys said. Okay, go ahead.
Should we
And then
restart?
I'm Red Ranger.
Sorry.
Rest in peace, 120. Italian tasty, hot, fresh, delicious pizza.
I'm going to do it over. This is probably all I'm going to say in the episode, but I'm going to do it over.
You guys said make it crazy, and no one did.
I was gonna because I'm
Jared's
waiting.
first. He needs to be the first one to do it.
He did. That was his level.
Well, I also do like the intro in the same voice every week. I'm the Red Ranger, Jared.
I'm the gold one. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Pink. I'm AranyaExumai.
I'm the Blue Ranger, Peter.
And you're listening
I'm
to...
Wow.
You have only 4 Rangers in this. It's
They-
5 Rangers thing, Jared. Come on, man.
Well,
5
I
Rangers.
was just checking our Extra Life team. I didn't see you on there. So I forgot you existed.
Wow.
Okay, am I leaving
Jesus
this in or I'm
Christ.
cutting it? I don't know anymore.
I'm the Red Ranger. Rest in peace, 120.
Can we redo and just can we all be Red Rangers?
Actually, yeah, there was a Forever Red episode where they took like...
Here, let's just start. Let's just start. Jared, Red Ranger, go. Red Ranger, go.
It was amazing.
I'm the Red Ranger, Jared.
I'm also the Red Ranger, Tiffany.
I'm another
3
Red
times
Ranger,
the Red
Peter.
Ranger. Gosh, dang.
I'm sorry, I don't know the order. I'm sorry. Press record again, Jared. I'm sorry.
We're never gonna get out of this movie.
Can we just watch the movie? Can we
Get
just?
off my Red Ranger, you guys.
But this is Forever Red, the movie.
Red Ranger, send your Red Ranger on over.
I'm the Red Dead
Which
Ranger.
series?
Let's play the movie.
Okay. You guys are listening to Buffer Buddies, episode 73. If you guys don't know what Buffer Buddies is, it's a movie night podcast in your ears, always, all the time, forever. You'll be listening to this episode forever, just like we're trapped here forever. If you're still listening to this, we're still trapped here. Please help us, send help. If you guys don't know what this is, it's like a movie night, like you're with your friends, but recorded. If you want to know information, go to bufferbuddies.com, check it out. That's it. I'm hitting play on this dumb movie. So I did check the time on this movie. It's an hour and a half, which is pretty good. And they also, they have like this really bad Star Wars style crawling credits on a kids movie.
Except without the whole like diagonal gold font thing. It's just like text scrolling upward.
Yeah, it's-
like they can't even read it aloud or anything. This is so dumb.
Yeah, it's boring
fair.
and it's like not even smooth. It's like going
Star Wars is kind of a kids movie, also.
Oh, yeah, it is staggering a little. You're right, Jared.
Yeah, but this is like 8 paragraphs of words. At least Star Wars is like, there was at war. This is the story, and it goes. There's literally paragraphs and like MLA formatting. And I also didn't listen to it. Zords, there's Zords.
Yeah, there are Zords, and then there are Power Rangers, and then there are coins, and yeah. So this movie is basically.
Wow, an airplane.
This movie is basically like cheese solidified into. Yeah, because you couldn't tell the secrets of the Power Rangers' identity by what colors they constantly wear on every single outfit they have.
Oh yeah, they're like super
Right.
obsessed with it. Yeah.
What are these two guys' names? Spike and what?
Vulcan Skull.
Oh, Spike.
That's right. Like
He looks
these,
like a spike.
like all the
He
Power
does.
Ranger people are like obsessed with like adrenaline.
You know who
stuff.
they look like? Freaking Draco Malfoy's Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
totally.
I didn't know.
Crab
you
and
could read.
Goyle.
Yeah, Crab and Goyle.
Yeah.
Hey,
Inspired.
I have a proposition for you guys.
They almost died. They just almost
Okay.
killed themselves. Yeah.
We should watch the new Power Rangers next week.
Oh, and compare.
She falls into the engine.
How is the plane going?
Now I'm the Red Ranger.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they start in a skydiving
The red all
contest.
over Ranger.
Like a fundraising skydiving contest, like a jump thing.
It'd be funny if they jumped out and it wasn't like it wasn't an appropriate type of plane, and like the props were on the wings behind the door that they jumped out of, and they did get chopped up. They're like, why did they do that? Oh my gosh, why did they jump out?
Hey, they just ragdolls like
Yeah.
a shit.
Is this Fortnite the movie?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
is that
gosh.
Ninja?
Oh my
Wait,
yeah.
she had a board. Where did it go? They were on.
No, Zach had it, the black guy. The Black Ranger, I should say, not the black guy.
Is
no, he is the black guy, but
is the Blue Ranger Tyler Belton? I don't even know Ninja's name.
No, David Yost.
No, that was a joke.
I believe it's his name.
No.
It was a joke.
It's a joke.
Oh, sorry,
Boy.
I'm missing.
Oh no, you're right. Ninja's name is David.
I know more about the actual Power Rangers than the jokes about them, because
Yeah.
the whole series of Power Rangers was like my life as a kid. So, oops.
Oh man, but the thing is doing that thing again where it stutters. So hopefully maybe
I
that
know.
makes the
I'm
movie-
like, is that the movie?
No,
Or
it's not. It's the it's the server, I guess. But I'm wondering
It's
if
like
it's like, is it better?
Yeah, it's like skipping a frame or two every once in a while. That's what it
I
looks
like
like.
the
It's like-
remix.
I could try something else to fix that, or should we just
Nah.
leave it?
It looks cheesy, like it adds to the feel of it being a 90s weird movie.
All right then. We'll just leave
Hey,
it.
look, it's Angel Grove, and there's a big target.
This is so hard on Grand Theft Auto. I hate it so much.
Wait, Grand Theft Auto has a skydiving mode?
Yeah, well, you could skydive anywhere, but there is there's a flight training course where they teach you to fly planes and stuff better. And one of them is you have to fly pretty much like parachute across LA and then land it in the what football stadium is there in LA? I don't even know. But you got a lot of land in.
Raiders
Yeah,
Stadium?
maybe. I don't know. Either way, there's like a stadium and you have to land on the thing, and it's so damn hard. I hate it. I cannot do it.
Nice. Go, Billy. Yes. Also, would it be rude of me to ask you to add subtitles?
Oh no. Yes, thank you. I always forget about that.
Go, Pink Ranger, go.
If there is subtitles, we
Look
do
at me
pay for
go.
them.
Kimberly.
Red. Oh, I missed.
Wait, I forget. The Red Ranger in this one, is it Rocky or Jason? I think it's Rocky, right? Because I think Jason was in the original question mark. I don't
Oh,
remember.
it's buffering.
No, well, it's when you turn on the subtitles, it does that. Although I don't think the subtitles are working though. This
It's
happened.
buffer buddying.
He crashes in and breaks his legs.
Yeah, it should be like, or it's like it's it's like Deadpool 2 where you get some power lines and dies.
Oh my god.
That entire scene in Deadpool 2 was just
That was
so bittersweet. It was
that
great.
was Brad Pitt for 8 seconds on screen,
Yup.
and he did it for a
God.
cup of coffee.
So I was at the 99 cent store today, and
Pitt was there.
yes, no.
Wow.
I forget which candy, but it was sour candy, and they had little hands. Like, they were shaped like little hands, and it was advertised for Deadpool. And it was amazing.
I don't
That sounds kind of
understand.
awesome.
Deadpool
Like-
little
like-
hands? Deadpool 1?
Oh, I remember
He
that.
was
part.
regenerating, and he had the baby
yeah,
hands.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because he had to cut off his arm to get away from Colossus. Yeah,
I wanted to
or
buy
cut
it.
off his hand rather. It's kind of hilarious.
Why do people in the 90s kind of all look the same? Am I crazy?
He's still up there.
Yeah, why do they take so long to jump out? They're missing their jump mark. They'll never make it
no,
now.
that ninja.
Yeah.
This is
Wait,
like,
they're so
they're not organized at all.
Why are
in
they
that jump.
like scared of jumping on the plane? But they have their license though. They have their skydiving license because they, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's right. This movie made rollerblading cool.
This movie is about. This is Brink. You guys
Brink.
remember Brink?
No.
I was thinking
I
of
love
Whip It,
Brink.
to be honest.
Yeah.
How come 90s movies all had a rollerblading scene that was exactly like this? Because the Mighty Ducks also did this exact same thing.
This was literally the whole Brink movie.
Well, I feel like the Mighty Ducks did it in homage to this almost. Just
Maybe.
like this is what.
I don't know the order that those movies came out.
Actually, no,
They're
the Mighty Ducks
all-
came out in 92, 93. I think I came out first.
They're
I don't
all
know.
wearing green
It's
screen
been too
suits,
long.
and they're just overlaying actors over it. That's why.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They just
Is it like a live version of Mario where they're all the same actors, just different color palettes? Like they just swap the pixels when needed?
Is it the Red Ranger, the Blue Red Ranger, the Pink Red Ranger, the Yellow Red?
Hey, almost, yeah.
oh, they did miss their mark. So
Crab and Goyle. What you think you're doing? I'm walking here.
I'm digging here. Can't you
love
see?
those
The guy from
propeller.
Green Day? Because it looks like it.
Who?
The
Oh, yeah, like Billy
bassist,
Idol almost.
guitarist, I forget his name.
What's his face? I know who you're talking about. The name's not coming to my mind. Oh, darn it.
Time to Google.
He
my
looked like
friend.
he had yellow goop on his face, but I think it was dirt.
Yeah, I don't know why he looked like he had like leprosy. I was like,
Maybe
very
he
con-
did. Maybe he has a backstory.
Mike
or,
Dirnt.
or he had like
Mike Dirnt, yes.
radiation
Thank you.
poisoning. He's like, no, I'm good enough to go to work.
Oh, yeah, because the Stuart Great with a giant evil face on it is nothing to worry about.
Also, I love how it's like completely like someone was like digging, like, what's this metal thing? They brushed it all the way off, cleaned it, washed it off, and then was like, hey, look at this is crazy. Come over and look at this. Is the audio dropping out for you guys too?
Yeah, in and out, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like-
what
it's
is
like a
going on
robotic.
with this?
It's a little annoying, but it's not like ruining the movie for me.
Well, I mean, the movie's kind of already ruined, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
it's
ruined
ruined
itself.
Excuse you. I'm highly offended right now.
I mean, Turbo was a better movie in every respect, honestly. But that's because it had Justin, and Justin was cool.
This is
for a little
amazing.
while.
They open this thing, and then like a whole statue egg hand comes out of it, and they're totally like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Look at that!" I'd be like freaking out that something came out of the ground automated like that. What do you think it is?
A peep. A giant peep. It's an Easter egg.
Egg?
It's
This
like one
is
of those
very-
like marshmallow candy egg things.
This is eerily similar to the plot of the Simpsons episode where Lisa finds an angel corpse. It could just be a marketing tactic.
You
by
know
the
what?
Angel Grove
I
Corporation.
got it.
Yeah.
I got it, Jared. I got it.
Yeah.
It's a marketing tactic for Kinder eggs where they're just like, oh, kids will choke on things. Well, let's just make everything 10 times its size.
Yeah.
Then kids won't. It's like a marketing thing out of spite.
Yeah. We buried it in New York. Go and find it. Wait, they're
love how
already
they have, like,
they're already Power Rangers in this movie.
Yeah, it's not an origin story.
Yeah, I don't know why
No,
I thought they
it's like-
become the
it's-
Power Rangers. I knew that too. I don't know.
I think it's meant to take place after like the 3rd or 4th season of the original Power Rangers. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those like
Somewhere around
ties
there.
into the TV show. It's a long episode of
Yeah,
the TV
exactly.
show, right?
yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah, like a super long episode.
Oh, this robot person. They
Alpha
just
5, yay!
they just swing their arms back and forth. Why do they even have them?
It's like C-3PO.
Yeah.
What's the Wizard of Oz doing here?
Favalava asked a question in chat. Should I read it or? I guess I'll read it.
Yeah,
Is
you've
this
called
guy
attention to it now.
in the movie? The same guy that voices McCree and Gohan.
I'm not sure it's Matt Mercer. I'm pretty sure it's not. But
I'm going to say no.
I don't
yeah,
recall who that is, but I knew he was a Power Ranger.
Matt Mercer's pretty young, isn't he?
yeah, I think he's like my age, basically, if I remember, like late 20s, early 30s. I don't know exact number, but like, I feel like he's around my age.
Doesn't give his age on the wiki. What are you hiding, Matt Mercer?
36.
Oh, okay.
what the heck?
Yeah. So he's only-
How did you do that?
Google.
Matt Mercer.
Thank you, Google.
All right. Think you're a hot shot.
Why are they guarding it now? What would cause
Because
them
it
to
attacks
like,
someone.
oh god, put out guards? Like, what? It's not your problem.
Well, maybe
It
it's like
attacks someone.
aliens.
They want to protect people from themselves, right?
I feel
Or
like if it
from
was
that
aliens, the
thing.
government would be involved. Why isn't the government involved?
Oh man, Matt Mercer voiced in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, how did this lady get her voice like this? Who's this lady?
Rita Repulsa?
It sounds like she's dying all the time of like throat cancer or something.
Well, no,
She's
it's
evil.
basically is like yeah, she.
But I mean, how do you do that? Like, as a voice actor, it doesn't seem like you should be able to do that.
like, yeah, maybe that's what she naturally sounds like.
I mean,
crazy,
skilled voice
then.
actors can do quite a wild thing. Actually, no, that's
I'm just
not
saying,
what
it's
she
a crazy
sounds
voice.
like.
It's a crazy voice.
Here, everyone do their best Rita Repulsa.
Well, no, that's not what she sounds like because there wasn't the very last episode of Power Rangers in Space, which before they knew it was going to continue, was actually supposed to be the final episode of Power Rangers as a whole. Rita Repulsa actually turns good, and like all of the villains in the universe turn either good or dead. And
She's
so,
like,
like her voice, she
I'm
becomes
sorry
like a good
about
person.
that. That was me when I was evil. I regret doing all those bad things.
Like she
Okay,
and
but-
the human Lord Zed at that point, she basically asked him like, may I have this dance? Like they dance together, and it's kind of weirdly, like badly romantic in a very odd, creepy sort of way. But it's still
Okay,
kind of
but
funny to see.
everyone, you should do your best Rita Repulsa.
All right. You spent
okay, this one-
years looking for this ooze.
Is that the line? Is that the
I
line?
think that's what she said, something like that.
But is that the
Oh
line
man,
that
look at
everyone's
the
doing?
CGI. You can do whatever
After
line you want.
10,000 years, it's free. Time to conquer Earth.
Okay, my turn.
They just use the
I'm
same
the
quick
Red
voice.
Ranger. That's the best I could do.
That's not well.
Thanos.
There we
We're
go.
Oh, I always
waiting
like
on
that. I always like that when he
Ritas.
cracked his neck right there because it was always like. It sounded so good.
We're still waiting on two.
Okay, wait,
Ritas.
okay.
10,000 years in the Cave of Wonders will give you such a
Elizabeth
crick in the neck.
Banks.
That was really good.
Oh,
That was the
that's
best
not
one
bad.
so
Thank
far.
you.
I think
That's
that's your
really good.
normal voice.
Yeah.
It's
You've been
because
lying
I've been
this whole
coughing
time.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got it.
kinda
You got the messed up throat. You got that. Do it again when you're healed, and we'll see if you could still do
It
it.
won't be as good, I promise you.
You'll be like, I can't do it anymore.
Wait, who's that little pig dude? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Like these villains, I'm like, oh yeah, who are the hell are these guys?
It's like, where was the small little goblin-y monster
this-
monster maker?
Who's this naked dude?
Oh, that's Lord Zed.
What's he do?
You're watching the wrong movie.
He is like he was the main villain in season 2 or 3, I think. Basically, like he got mad at Rita for not conquering Earth quickly enough, so it's like, screw you, I'm taking over. And then Rita
Same.
became like his side lady, and yeah.
He has
I
a
have to say that Power Rangers Samurai was like my favorite season.
Well, I think I really
Right.
liked the gadgetry and like everything, all the technology in Power Rangers Lightspeed, just because it was all like human made. It wasn't magic or like alien tech. It was like humans devised this as a way of counteracting, bad alien dudes, which I thought was really cool. But also Power Rangers RPM had like the whole futuristic post-apocalyptic society thing going on, which I thought was really neat. Plus they had a lot of really good plot. And the morph sequences were just amazing, and the Green Ranger and Power Rangers RPM was just fantastic.
Rate
Ziggy, you're amazing.
rate the seasons, Tiffany, or I guess not seasons, but I guess what eras? What would you call them?
Series, seasons,
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember SPD was hilarious because the Green Ranger was the dumb one.
Is that
one
San
was-
Diego Police?
Space Patrol
something-
Delta.
Yeah, it's like they were cops though. Basically.
Like the two of the Power Rangers were like bad guys running away, but like they were really minor criminals that were being chased for like minor theft and stuff, but they got basically like coerced into becoming Power Rangers to help catch even bigger thieves because they knew like what the mindset of a thief would be, which is just kind of like a really weird storyline, but yeah.
Series. Let me pull up a list.
So there was like Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers in Space, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, RPM. Oh no, Power Rangers Zero was after Power Rangers, before Power Rangers Turbo. Yes, no, one of the two. Then Power Rangers SPD, and then Power Rangers Samurai, Megaforce, Super Megaforce, Power Rangers Wild Force, Jungle something, and I can't remember what else. I think there was Super Mega Force its own thing, or was that part of the regular? I forget. There's a
I'll
lot of Power
have
Rangers
you
series.
know
Yeah, I
that
was like,
there's,
are we done with the podcast now? Are we finished? That was like forever.
there's 26 of them. Coder Geek managed to get probably 10.
Because I knew there was so many that I'm missing. It's just I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen a handful.
So
I just
I'm gonna,
real
uh-huh.
I was gonna say, I just realized that that's Fred from this live action Scooby Doo.
Are you serious?
Wait,
Which one? Who?
Right there, isn't it?
I
You
think
say right
it's
there, but everything's going on like really
The
fast.
one on the right. I don't know.
Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
I think it's
There's
because
one
he's
more.
blue and he's blonde.
No, it actually looks like the actor.
That's the one rule of 90s action films is every time you do like a jump or a karate move, you gotta yell "Hya" or like "Hwa" or something
I mean,
just to make it super
that's
obvious.
kind of what you do in martial arts.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Says the person, aka me, who has almost zero knowledge of martial arts. So
I was in karate, and you guys were like forced to scream.
Yeah,
okay.
you got
I guess
yelled
it
at
gets
if
you
you
into
didn't
that.
scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also in Taekwondo.
today I learned. Thanks.
She claims to have a black belt.
In Taekwondo.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I was in high school. It was a long time ago. It doesn't count.
It does, Tiffany. You're just not aware of it, but you'll be in danger and you'll awaken and you're like, and you're like, where is all this coming from? It'll be like a movie where you get superpowers.
Yeah, where I'm just like, how am I doing this?
yeah, you're like,
I love how like half of the scene is like them just doing cartwheels to get away.
no, I know. This is like. They do so much unnecessary acrobatics. They waste so much energy, like doing flips. It's like you're not.
Oh, that's great.
You don't need to do that many flips. You're wasting so much
so
time.
fun. But it's so fun. Hey, that's actually like David Yost today. Nice.
Yep.
Why did they wait so long to morph? I would just do
You
that
know
immediately.
what?
I'd be like, someone cuts me in line. I'd be like, Morphin time, and I'll just step on. You know, I would just like use. Why you wait long?
I saw this guy at a Cold Stones in LA.
Which
the Blue
guy?
Ranger.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Blue
apparently
Ranger?
he's like a pretty typical.
Yeah, the counter guy. I remember it now. That face triggered me.
Wait, he was working at.
No. He was buying ice cream. He was behind me, and the guy taking my order just freaks out, and I'm just like, but I want my ice cream.
I know. Let me go. Freak out later.
And he was just like, I'm so sorry. That's just my childhood hero. I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay, but can I pay for my ice cream? And he was just like, oh my god, like, and he like walked to the other end of the counter, just like going up to the guy, just going like, oh my gosh, you're my hero. I remember watching it. I was like, but I want my ice cream.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I
because
remember
apparently
now.
they're like between him and Jason David Frank and the Austin St. John sometimes, who played the original Red Ranger, like they're from what I'm told, like very friendly, not going at conventions and stuff, which is kind of cool because it's like, yeah, they're fans, you know, we're kids 20 years ago and their kids are now fans of them too, and it's neat to have that like cross-generational thing going on.
Oh, that's right. The ooze guy gets into their secret hideout, and he says, "Pretty fancy schmancy," like an evil dude.
Oh yeah, actually that hideout, if I remember correctly, is like an actual, what is it, like a temple or something, just a little while north of Pasadena. It's like
Oh wow.
like a study school or something. I have to look it up to remember the full name, but that's actually where they film like the outside of it. That's why it looks so cool.
I remember all these lights always reminded me of arcades back in the around this era. There's always that stupid one game where the light goes around in a circle and 4 people could play it, and this is like 100%.
Or are you
Like-
talking about the one where like people have to press the button so like the light hits the circle
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
right time?
It stops
like they win
inside of but it's like even these neon rings that are flashing in the background. Like that's all the neon lights that like stupid arcades would have. That they make no sense, but they move for no reason. But this is like all that same style of like lighting with the intervals and stuff like that, because we didn't have like LEDs back then.
It's like a TARDIS to me.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Yeah,
In real life,
it's like if they put an arcade in the TARDIS, then you would get the hideout for the Power Rangers.
I mean, it has a pool, a library. I'm pretty sure it has an arcade.
Is this guy Voldemort?
A Voldemort? Like there's more than one?
Why does he have a wand? I don't remember that.
Space wand.
It's so weird.
It's the evil Oozwan guy. That's what it's always
And
called.
he's knocking over the pillars. And they're like, what are those pillars for?
In real life, the exterior of that is the Brandis Barden campus retreat of the American Jewish University. Just that's what Wikipedia says. So that's pretty cool.
Did they ask them if they could do that?
Not cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure they
It
had.
feels like they didn't. Maybe they
right.
didn't ask. they're like, they'll just won't. No one will tell them. They won't ever know. I think that's one thing.
Do you guys remember Ghost Rider? The show Ghost Rider?
No.
Which-
writer? Like they write?
I
Yeah.
remember that purple thingy that you posted in chat. That
So-
scares me a lot.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
So this purple
What
thingy
is that?
reminds me of the bad guy in Power Rangers. This was one of the monsters in one of the episodes for Ghost Rider, and I also remember
That
being
is so
very
creepy,
haunted.
Tiffany.
Yeah.
I think
I wish we could
I
put
thought that was Ivan Ooze
Yeah.
when I suggested this movie. I think I was thinking of Ghost Rider.
It's very scary. But
like the
that's
same
like
universe.
the only thing that I remember from that show, and that Power Rangers movie reminded me of it.
Wait, what was Ghost Rider about? I don't remember.
Kids?
Kids.
Spoopy things?
Well, I was going to say ghost writing, like as a phenomenon, as a thing that happens, is like when an author basically writes a book under a name of another author.
Is this
and
one of
then-
those like 90s things where it's like literal though? Like a ghost is helping you write your book.
Oh, I was going to say, like, if I
Yes.
wrote a book for you and the original author on it was like named for you, I would be ghostwriting it.
Pause. What do you guys, without looking it up, don't look it up, what do you guys think the show Ghost Rider is about? Jared?
Well, I kind of this isn't my answer, but I kind of like the idea of a kids show, but being about someone who's like a ghost writer and like, that's a good one. Yes. Okay. Oh, that'll be a good. Like he's a freelance ghost writer, and it's like super boring. It's not a good show at all. But it goes 3 seasons for some reason. But I actually think with Ghost Rider by the name of it, and of course because you posted this creepy, terrible thing in the chat, which I wish you would delete. It sounds like it's like maybe like a guy who's like, I can't write my book. I have writer's block for 8 years, and then a ghost comes and possesses him, and then he's like, it's amazing. I don't even remember writing all this, and his books are getting written by the dozens now. But it's this ghost who possesses him, and then but then they find out, and they're trying to get rid of it, and then he's like, no, it's my best friend. They're like, it is killing you, something like that.
Recipes, what do you think a show called Ghost Rider is about?
I was thinking like people that write stories and then like about ghosts and then they come true, like and haunt them.
It's an interesting
That's
guess.
it.
Wait, is it
that's
a
it.
ghost who writes stories about humans?
I don't know.
He said it was a story about humans running ghosts and ghosts appear. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Coder Geek, what is your?
I don't know. I sort of remember something along those lines as a kid. Maybe it wasn't
Okay,
that
well,
one, but
just
it was
take
like,
all of those memories, and then throw them away and
Okay.
answer the question.
All right, so I'm gonna say it was like someone basically writing stories about a ghost, but like they had some magical thing or like something happened where the stories they wrote ended up becoming real, and those are like monsters he had to defeat and stuff.
So exactly what I said.
Basically, yeah.
Maybe you're ghostwriting for him.
I wasn't listening. My answer for this is there's a guy who writes stories about monsters and ghosts, and then it summons them into the real world. That's my
Oh
answer.
my god.
Oh my, Aranya.
The majority must be right.
I think it's about a bunch of kids who write stories about monsters and then they somehow come to life.
More flips and more acrobatics.
I think it's about
And
someone
handshakes.
who arranges words on paper and horrible things appear in the real world.
Anyone else want to take another stab at it?
Are you saying
Well, I
that
don't
we're
know.
all
Tommy
wrong?
just did a thing where he flipped like 40 times in the air right there. So
So, according to the wiki, this series revolves around a close-knit circle of friends who all write things about monsters and ghosts, and they all come to life.
Wait, are you kidding? You're kidding. You're making a joke. That's not what it says on the wiki.
It says the theory revolves around a close-knit circle of friends from Brooklyn who solve neighborhood crimes and mysteries as a team of young detectives with the help of an invisible ghost named Ghost Rider.
The ghost is named Ghost Rider?
Yeah, because the Ghost Rider can only communicate with the kids by manipulating whatever text and letters he can find and using them to form words and sentences. So basically Sesame Street, but
that's
spoopy.
But it's also like hell that he can't write. He has to manipulate words. So he's essentially like, he can only talk via like cutting up newspapers like a serial killer, right? He's like, I need a T.
So creepy.
Gosh dang it, there's no T on the screen. I can't. Gosh, there's no T. I need a T. This is so frustrating. I wish I could just talk to them.
Right.
That sounds like the ultimate hell. Also, I want to go back to that fight scene that we're totally ignored the entire thing of. They always fight so inefficiently, doing all these random things one at a time, killing these guys, like killing them, like kicking them, and they go splatter. And at the end, he throws a sword and it spins around and kills like 8 of them at once. Just do that. Just do that from the start. They have all this power and they squander it like insane people. Also, how come this guy's in a burlap sack?
He's becoming
spooky.
a tree.
I don't understand.
He's becoming Voldemort in the scene in the train station at the end.
King's Cross.
Yeah, King's Cross.
Voldemort at the train station at the end of the movie Hunger Games.
In the library with the candlestick.
In part 1 of the last movie that came out for Harry Potter.
Jared is still waiting.
Where's his legs at? He's disturbing
It's in the
to me.
sack. His feet need to stay warm.
Like,
His feet.
what is he
what if
in?
his skin is? What if his skin is that sack and he doesn't have feet?
That's what I'm saying. Like, isn't that his species? Like,
Well, no, he's a human, more or less.
No.
is he human? I thought he's a space monster. Because a Ghost Rider wrote about him and he came to life. Why is he in a bed of
Actually,
crystals
Zordon.
also? That looks so uncomfortable.
Well, basically, like that whole tube was supposed to be a thing that like captured him outside of time and space to like keep him alive and safe and all of that. And then like the guy broke it, and now he's like in real time, and he's can't stand that because he's dying. And
Why wasn't he in like a safe? Why was he just out in the open like that? It's not a very good security system. I hope this one door protects my life from dying because I'm completely defenseless otherwise. Oh no, the guy went through the crack in the door. I'm dead now. Good job. Also, that orb right there is one of those electrical shocky things from the 90s. That are real fun.
They use
this
that
is
as a
future
prop.
tech. Future tech. Guys.
I also pro tip about those little electrical ball things you see at like Spencer's Gifts and whatever. If you touch it, it's fine and fun. But if you touch it and then touch someone else, it shocks them. Enjoy that.
Oh man, I remember this part.
What about when a kitty touches them and their toe beans
The
glow?
toe beans light up. Yeah.
Yeah.
How come this robot has like the Kit Knight Rider eyes face?
To make it like very futuristic and
Future
be
tech.
like he's actually being a robot.
Why when they teleport are they colored? Their colors? Why would teleportation be like colored? Like it would. I don't think the teleport technology would
Actually-
understand. Wow, they're going to the moon. Oh my gosh.
It's their
If I remember
essence.
correctly, the teleportation power comes from the same power grid that the morphing powers come from, which come from like being a part of themselves, and so it
it's
like
magic
effectively
tech.
is their own magic, like their own life force becomes their power.
So every time
Which
they
is why it
teleport,
has to be like teenagers and young people, because it's like old people don't have enough life force left, which is kind of sad.
yeah, is it?
But-
So is this like Final Fantasy 15? Are they aging every time they like teleport? Like it takes some of their life. Like they're aging rapidly, right? Every time they put on the suit, every time they go in the Zorb, the Dorg,
The Zordon.
the Zordon,
By the way,
and
the
every time they
Zordoninator.
teleport, they're taking their own life, right? And this is
No, I mean,
You know what I think it is? I think it's that they are completely just being remade, so their past self doesn't exist anymore, and it's just like a person that creates their memories. It's a Soma situation.
yeah. They keep killing themselves. They have
Yeah.
they no longer have a soul.
Soma? Question mark?
The
It's
video
a
game
game
Soma that
that
we
was-
played. We also have highlights on
Yeah.
our YouTube channel.
It's basically about a group of kids who write monsters and then they come to life.
But in the future.
Oh, you mean Ghost Riders? Yeah, okay.
Ghost Rider the game.
Ghost Rider the game. Jinx.
I like how I turned them into like a little snowball figurine thing.
I'm like,
But yeah, that's basic. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't know, man. This guy's super powerful. Where did he come from again? Like, what's his deal?
I don't know. He was like in the earth the whole time or something, like prehistoric or some dumb thing. But what I was mentioning earlier about like the power comes from themselves, basically, like there's some threats later in the Power Rangers series where the power grid itself is under threat of destruction, but since the power coins the Rangers use are like tied to their own life forces, if that gets destroyed, they basically die. So that's like why they're actually being threatened so much, rather than just if the command center got blown up or if something happened to their, Zords or something. It's because it is so intricately tied to it that they might die. Like
wait,
when
the
Tommy
Zords
the Green
die?
Ranger
They die?
turns.
Wait.
No.
Oh, the other way around. If they die, does
Well,
Zord
like,
die?
I think so, yeah. Well, maybe not. Well, there was one like where when Tommy the Green Ranger turned good from after Rita had made him like the evil Green Ranger. As he's turning good, Rita like basically demolished his Green Ranger powers, and so that was killing him because the powers were like innately tied to his life force. So Zordon was like, "No, you're gonna have these White Ranger powers instead," and that kept him alive. And then
Hey, let me pitch an idea to you guys. Are you
That
ready?
was so much lore that I did not want.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Let me pitch an idea. Ready?
Is it about riding ghosts?
No. Are you guys ready? Ready?
Okay. Is it about ghosts riding?
No.
Okay.
Zordon Ramsay.
Oh my god.
Ah, dang it.
Nice.
By the way,
So
the
why are we watching
subtitles
Wizard
do
of
not.
Oz? See, like flying monkeys? What is
Yeah, I think the
this?
subtitles are like totally broken.
Subtitles are so broken.
Well, they're better than nothing. Enjoy that.
I mean,
Hey, you know what?
I did my best.
Let me pitch another idea to you guys. A movie where the subtitles are off by like a line or whatever, but it completely creates a new movie.
Oh, I see. You mute it and you read that instead, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
it
a
sounds like-
completely different one.
Well, my favorite
That'd be
thing is
interesting.
when the subtitle searching thing that I have that like, does a bad, and it gets a completely different show, but I recognize it, and I'm like, what show is it? What show am I reading? And then it's like watching 2 TV shows at once. It's a great time saver. Highly recommend it.
I think this
Very
one's like
efficient,
2 or
Jerry.
3
I like
scenes
it.
behind.
Yeah, I could try fixing it, but honestly, it's such a pain.
No, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: the Black Ranger is actually a voice actor in World of Final Fantasy.
And many other like English dubbed anime things too. Johnny Young Bosch. If I remember
Yeah.
correctly, he was also
Oh,
in
yeah,
Bleach, among others.
he's Nero from Devil May Cry.
Yep.
That's Johnny Young Bosch.
We need to push again for doing a voiceover. Remember, we used to talk about that a lot. I want to do a voiceover for something. It'd be so much fun.
Oh yeah.
I think we were like,
And then there's that Yoda person. Not really Yoda, but still kind of awesome like Yoda.
Oh wait, I knew this. I knew he was a Power Ranger.
Tiffany, you work for anime. What's the voiceover company in LA that Conan went to?
Isn't it Funimation?
No, that's
it's like
the
Zoom
Texas.
Zoom. Or it's like Zoom Boom.
Oh,
or
Bang
something.
Zoom.
Bang Zoom. If Conan did it, we could do it, right? Like if he did it, like what?
That's a very high caliber to be comparing
Just
ourselves
Conan.
to.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know anything about anime, so it's like we know you work for anime. I think in that world we should be held in higher regard.
Please stop shaming me on this podcast.
Am I? Is that what I'm doing? I think you're projecting your own emotions.
Why am I here? Why am I working for anime? I want to cry. Please
He's
help
Kung
me.
Jin from Mortal Kombat.
What? Please, what?
What?
Recipes just sounds like he's just saying like racist things, even though I know he's not.
I'm not.
I know you're not. It's just funny.
I'm not racist. I'm not.
I'm not.
hi,
I
Mark.
swear.
Dude, being like one of these like costume bad guys though must be so fun.
once
Like,
you're
just
in
go
it,
ham.
It must
once
be
you're
a
in
million
it,
degrees in that suit.
yeah, like getting into it would be like, dude, that's probably how many hours of makeup do you think that is? Like 6, like at least, like. I don't know how makeup works. I'm always astounded by it when they're like, yeah, I was makeup every day for 8 hours. What? I'd be like, I'm ready to go home once you got it all on. I never understand why it takes so long, but yeah. I feel like if I just showed up at what is it, Bang Zoom, and I'd be like, I'm ready, I think they would just like take me. I think like you guys, I'm sure they need all the help they could get.
Mark your words.
I'm gonna go there.
We're gonna do this. Also, it's across from a Portos, so we're going there after.
Yeah. Oh, is that is that what is that, Burbank? Where's the Portos over there?
I think Hollywood.
I don't know. But that would be like, I don't know. How do you get in? I mean, like, what if I go there and I'm like, I'm really good at doing this voice, and they're like, oh hell yeah, I'll put you in the room.
Yeah, they'll put you in the room and then they'll lock you up and keep you in there forever.
What about like something that they don't use, but it's like they should do. Can I record an episode for myself? Like, and they put on a DVD and I get to take it home like that, like a Knott's Berry Farm style. Like, they should do. That's a business. I would do that. That'd be fun.
I know they have like workshops where they'll give you like your recording or whatever, but I don't know if they'll let you like dub a thing and like.
They should have a thing where you pay money and you go there and you get a dub a thing and they're like, oh, that was fun. And it's like, it's like an episode of The Simpsons where I think Rod and Todd did a video and they're like, space, the moon. And it's like, I can't wait for the sandwiches on the moon. Like, I don't know. Like, to do that. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a legal thing. Maybe they could get some copyright free anime. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pitching a good idea, and they could just take it from me. I should go in there and try to sell it to them.
Yeah. I don't know what I was trying to search, but now I'm on a page that I don't want to be on.
You have safe search on?
I don't. I typed in Bang Zoom Workshop, and I clicked the thing that says Anime Voice Workshop, but it's clearly not from Bang Zoom, so that was my fault. But then it took me to a page selling Viagra?
That sounds about right.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, this lady had the annoying, like, pool noodles weapon.
That lady reminds me of the character Isla from Chrono Trigger, like the prehistoric, doesn't use magic, smashes everything with super strong fists character.
Is that the blonde one?
That one, yeah.
I vaguely remember.
Oh man, those crow people flying with the legs up like that, like, so creepy.
You know,
that's not aerodynamic.
Yeah, it's not. They look like humans. Oh, here's the thing though. Like, okay, so they are humanoid birds. So either they gotta be the strongest creatures on the planet in order to flap their wings, or they still have bird bones and you just punch them and they all break. You can't have a humanoid that could fly. They have to either be so strong that they would punch you and destroy you in one shot, or they get punched and they fall apart because they have bird bones.
Let me pitch you this idea.
Okay.
They are previous Power Rangers. They mighty morphed into birds.
And they couldn't unmorph. They got stuck.
Yeah. They weren't chosen enough.
That's the thing. If you don't have enough energy, you get stuck as that thing forever.
Yeah. So they have to make sure they get their 5 a day, you know?
Or it could be like Animorphs, where they have to get a 2 hour
5
limit.
vitamins?
Oh,
5 fruit?
Just any five?
Vitamins.
Any 5?
Yeah, C, D, and maybe like 3 of A's.
There's also, I think, B13, which is a fake vitamin. Does that count?
I think that's like 13 B's. So you only need 5.
That's not an actual vitamin.
Hey,
There's
play
a
with
fake
me
one.
in
That's
this space. I like how they always can. What color would you always wear?
I mean, I tend to always wear like
Black.
gray and blue anyway, so
Are we
Blue.
all
blue, yeah, blue,
You're
gray.
clearly wearing red right now.
Yeah, you're already lying. You're already a liar.
You can't hide. He's taking it off. It's still not blue.
Is white.
Undefeated is white.
I have Pepsi. It's blue.
It's not. That's fine. I'll accept it. So, the thing is, when we were all little, we'd always wanted to be like Power Rangers, right? But who knew growing up I just wanted to be Rita Repulsa?
You do realize Rita Repulsa gets defeated in every episode.
Yeah, but she's just like, she laughs a lot and she's like a crazy old lady. Like, who wouldn't want to be that?
I also want to be Elizabeth Banks when I grow up.
Not
She also
that
throws the
one.
magic wand from the moon to Earth every episode and somehow gets it back.
She's like a yo-yo, a giant yo-yo.
Mm.
Oh yeah, there's this guy trying to sell kids on free stuff. I would just be like, here you go. Like he wouldn't need a pitch. Kids would just take it. What are you doing? Just leave it out on the street.
Yay, who doesn't want ooze, the sticky gummy?
I think I remember this being a product. I may or may not have owned it. I have no idea.
Flarp
Is it
was.
gunk or is it? Oh, what?
It was like
It was called Flarp.
yeah, and I think they just made a brand deal. That's the other thing too. All these 90s movies were always about selling toys. They always be like,
Oh yeah, no, completely.
Turbo Man,
100.
they actually made a real Turbo Man to go with the movie. That was like part of the thing. They had the shortage though, and so they didn't sell many because something reason I don't know.
This movie was actually made to sell, arguably made to sell like the Zord toys, and Turbo was made to sell the cars and stuff that actually transformed. It was pretty cool.
I do remember,
Zord
like,
toys.
I never got one as a kid. I had Power Ranger toys, I'm sure, but like there was those expensive ones that would take like 2 minutes for you to actually fully, or is that Transformers? No, I think it was both.
Transformers.
I think they both had. I'm pretty sure there was a Power Ranger one that did a similar thing.
Well,
Where
you could actually buy like Zord toys that connected up to form the Megazord, which was kind of neat, but those were really pricey.
Yeah, I'm saying it. I like that. There's like, no, that's not for you, little boy. That's for the adults. It's $200.
Yeah.
These slide transitions.
Yeah, they're trying to be like a George Lucas. They probably thought this was going to be better than Star Wars. They're like, Star Wars hasn't been out for a while. Let's make one.
But look at how many seasons that they have on TV and how many toys they probably sold. Is this also Blue Ranger?
No, that's one of their dads, I think, of the friend of one of the Rangers.
I'm just assuming that any person wearing
think
a
he was
colored
a-
shirt is that colored Ranger.
I thought he maybe was the guy that was a construction person. I don't know, or just maybe this is a random dude.
Oh, is he the dirty faced construction guy?
Maybe. I would like to see this scene without the special effects. Like act. You're shocked. Act shocked. Like you're being shocked right now. Do it.
I would like to see this movie in the eyes of that construction guy.
Oh my gosh, just like from the rest of the movie, just following him around. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This goes on for like, it goes on until the night of this day, I believe, or the next day or something like that. So easily, like minimum, this movie in real time is like 12 hours long. What are they doing? What are those people doing for the 12 hours? Are they just wandering around? They're not zombies. Are they aware? Are they like, I don't understand exactly what's.
I have no idea. I wonder if they even know what they're doing at this point, or are they just like following the commands of evil what's his face?
What was his plan? Do we know? What is his idea? He's going to take over the adults.
He's
and
like taking over all of the adults of Angel Grove to do something really weird.
Yeah, what's the point? Yeah, what is he doing with them? Like, okay, so like, we know his means. The
Anyone
purple ooze.
reading the subtitles?
No.
Well, the subtitles are for like 3 scenes ahead, so the end of this scene.
Is this spoiling it? Also, this lady is so freaking like she's not wearing any clothes. Please.
Well, yeah, don't you remember? That's like the plus 3,000 armor is the one that
That's
shows
right. It's the
basically
best
everything.
one. She's like, "Why are you guys wearing such weak armor?" And they're like, "You're not wearing anything at all." And she's like, "That's what you think."
Because her skin
Yeah.
is armor.
So we know his means. It's the flubber. It's the purple flubber. We know what he's doing, taking over the parents. I don't know why, and I don't know the end game. Like, is it to go to McDonald's? Is this a McDonald's tie-in? Does he go to McDonald's?
Possibly.
Oh, that's right. They get like cloth armor.
Man, I remember thinking it was so cool because they turned into ninjas.
Yeah. Now it's just racist.
Well, now it's just cool.
No, yeah. But I
They
also
have
like
animals.
my
not
favorite thing though too
dinosaurs.
is they're not wearing anything. She blows some stuff in the fire. They all of a sudden have ninja clothes and they immediately take off the hoods. Like, why did you do this? I didn't want to wear this right now.
Well, it's like
Hold on.
the cool thing is
Subtitles said
those
dad.
ninja clothes, and then the armor they get on top of that is like super protective. And I missed a joke. And I'm very sad now.
The subtitles. The lady walked up to the pink yellow ranger and she looked up and the subtitle went, "Dad." Daddy.
See, I know they're out of sync, so my mind's already tuning out.
Let's have some fun. Oh no!
Yo, wink wonk.
Do the swim.
What? Do you want to swim?
It said do the swim.
Oh,
Frog
do the
swim.
swim.
Ballet.
What is happening?
She's telling them what animals they are.
Hey.
I'd be like, you don't know me. I'd be like, what? I didn't want this. Why did you give me this one? And I'd be like, can I trade with you, other ranger? And they're like, yeah, okay. And we're like taking off the stupid ninja thing. She's like, why did you do this? Why didn't you let me pick?
Well, I mean, they have to have the right colors. Like, they have to be assigned based on what Destiny sees in their life or whatever.
No, I want to. You may not. I mean, what if I don't like it? I don't like. I don't like the idea that it's being assigned to me.
Well, I mean, that's fate. You can't really.
Not fun. Not fun. I would just be like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I did not get kitty cat. I don't want to do this. Even if I got tiger, I'd be mad. I'd be like, no, I want kitty cat. I
But
don't.
kitty cats aren't powerful, majestic. Well, I mean, they are
They
majestic.
are. They
but-
are all those things. You step down. You step back right now.
All right, fine. I won't win this one with you. I know that.
Why did you turn into an owl?
Because she's an animagus.
I looked away and looked back, and it was an owl, and all these kids were hallucinating because they took peyote around the campfire.
Ayahuasca.
They're talking to an owl the whole time.
It's the owl from Zelda that, or sorry, from Zelda that shows him the way to like get out of the forest of what is it, the Kokairi forest? What is he even drinking? Like, what is all that?
Dry ice. He just has a couple of dry ice.
That'd be hilarious.
Why would music play?
Because you can't dance without music.
Why would he want this? He's bored, so he makes him dance.
Yeah, I mean, you got to relieve your boredom somehow, right? Why not make your slave minions do something entertaining for you?
Wait, isn't this
Like
where?
be a
Oh,
court
yeah, you're
jester.
right. We the subtitles were seen ahead. I remember now. Ballet.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why you were like swim. Ballet. I'm like, what? What is happening? So he's trying to. So now we know he took over the parents to make them dig. But why?
Oh, I think to dig for more of the ooze stuff, or like his special, powerful.
Probably his car is probably down
thing.
there.
Threw one of them off a mountain, one into a raging river.
So, they've all been destroyed.
Well, we were about to destroy them.
Oh, I thought they were talking about moving their mouths. I was like, what?
I still like the idea that they were like failed Power Rangers.
Yeah, they're it's what you're cursed to walk the earth as if you don't survive the conversion.
Yeah. It's like
if you don't survive the morph.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Red Skull Captain America thing.
Yeah, they don't like the Zordon guy. What's his name? The old man in the sack. He doesn't tell you that.
His name is Zordon, by the way.
Yeah, okay, good. I got it right. He doesn't tell you like if you're in your chosen to be Power Ranger, like if you don't make it, you're just like a mutant. And he's like tosses you out back. And the next kid, and he's like, "You've done it, yeah, oh, great!" And they don't know. They don't know. They're fallen brethren. He also just killed them all.
Oh no.
See,
It's like Halo. All the Spartans. There's only like I don't remember what the success rate was, but it was pretty low. It was less than 50%. And most of them didn't survive the operation to be
Halo.
I think they got titanium reinforced bones. That might be a thing that they got.
titanium reinforcements.
something like that. Either way, it was a full body surgery.
I did not know that the guy who plays I can't even know. I don't even know his name.
Also,
This guy.
That lady just left them up there on top of this mountain. They have to walk all the way down.
The main villain, I can't think of his name, is right there.
Ivan Uzi.
That guy.
What
He's
about him?
in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What's his real name?
No way.
What else is he in?
His real name
He's in a
is
lot of
Ivan
stuff.
Jose.
Oh.
He's Paul Freeman.
No, that's not as good.
Actually, they didn't cast Ivan Oze. He's like, oh, right, Eisen Ooze. They named a character after me. And they're like, and he went and like, he's what? You didn't call me? He's like, it's named after me. They're like, no, it's Ivan Ooze. He's like, what? I thought, no. I misread it.
I like how the kid basically has stealth powers because all the parents are slaves.
Yeah. And no one, they were such bad slaves too. They don't alert the guy. They're just dumb drones. They don't even be like, there's a kid over here. Alert. Like, they just start doing, they're just like, I would make them at least a little bit intelligent. They can warn me about intruders.
Well, I feel like right now they're almost like, they remind me of the Borg. Like if you just go near them and don't threaten them or don't change whatever they're doing, they just ignore you until you actually become a threat, in which case then they start going after you.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. He dug up, what is that?
Spaceship or something.
Oh, it's an arm? Oh, it's his own.
Oh, no, his
it's
super
own-
Zord.
Yeah, okay, that's weird.
I don't remember this part of it. Wow,
Wait,
it's been so long since I've seen this.
Here's the thing I don't get. So what were what were these humans doing before he took them over?
Being
Construction.
parents.
No, they were digging. And then he decided to take them over to make them dig. And now they're not using any machinery, which they were using before because it was a construction site. They're manually digging. Why are they manually digging? They have machines for this. He could have just let them dig and uncover it all and then just collected it for free later on. Now the Power Rangers are actively trying to stop him. He could have just waited like a month or two and they would have been like, we uncovered something crazy. They would have done all the work for him. Bad plan.
Yeah, but the machines like brute force dig through everything. They don't go through it finally.
They would have found that and then unearthed it for him. They would have been, because I think if you're digging, you find a dinosaur bone. You don't just keep smashing through it. You get like archaeologists involved and stuff like that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, I would hope that for that. But it'd be like they'd find a metal thing and they'd unearth it and they'd be like, wow, neat, we found this. And there'd be a news thing about it and he'd just walk over and get in. And like he's like, oh, I have the keys. Thanks for my car. And you're like, thanks.
Right.
I don't like getting people. It seems so crazy to me to like stop working so I can make you work. Like, all right, well, we had to do this anyways.
I guess they have to
Wow, these effects actually are
prove
okay.
themselves to their new quote-unquote Zords.
I can't imagine acting in this situation right now.
I think some of this is practical, no?
Yeah, but I just can't
It
imagine
looks practical, yeah.
acting.
Because it actually looks like a million times better than the goo, which is full CG and just looks like something a kid would make in Blender in their day one of Blender class.
Yeah, tell us how you really feel.
Well, I'm just saying that's how funny when technology like goes so far, where it's like this used to be the peak of Hollywood, but now like any 13-year-old could find a guide on YouTube and like do better. It's like that's amazing and funny.
I feel like, but like, how do you? No one's using their abilities other than this guy right now in this situation. He did a flip off of a tree.
Yeah, they can fight, right? Like they're just freaking out.
Well, yeah, but presumably, how do you beat something that's already dead, right?
And also is bone. Yeah, you can't really punch it. It's bone.
Yeah.
That's usually the thing you want to avoid punching.
You haven't tried.
I guess. Try punching it. Oh, I broke my hand.
But at least you tried.
But now you can't fight
if
the goo
effort's
guy tomorrow.
It's okay. Just go take a day off, you know? That's the plan. That's the whole plan. We're like,
Oh, yeah, just
can't
disconnect
fight.
the head. That's a good way of doing it.
But what was keeping the head on versus the legs together, you know?
The something life force something.
But why? Okay, so he pulled out a bone and the head fell off. But what was keeping the legs together? You know, in that case,
the fact that the head was alive and was connected to the rest of the body.
But why would pulling the bone out then fix it? Do you know?
Because it separates the alive head from the rest of the body.
Is there
so the
a
rest
bone
of the body
to pull
dies.
out on the legs? I don't understand this.
Wait, Jared, do you have a bone to pick with this movie?
I do. Also, wait, hold on. It was just the one dinosaur and they defeated it and then they walk away? What was the point of that?
I guess to show them like struggling over their inner selves or something symbolic.
I thought they'd each have to fight their own one. Like I have to fight mine, and they would all gain the powers by defeating it. But that was just kind of a random. They just happened to stumble upon the one bone monster.
I almost remember when I was a kid watching that, feeling like that was the first real analytical thing I had seen in a film, where it's like they're kind of defeating the fact that their dinosaur powers of old are no longer there. Like they have to use new powers. And it was just like, seems like a really weird thing to put in the film. But then at the same time, it was like they just needed more action scene, or maybe they needed more.
That scene is a 1-for-1 reshot, like recreation of the Star Wars scene on Dagobah, where Luke Skywalker faces off against Vader, but it's him. It's exactly the same. It has the
that
same.
Can't be.
Has the same. Yeah, I know it is. It has the same meaning and everything about it. And it's like, look into yourself.
No, that's not true.
Exactly.
That's impossible.
Yeah, not that scene, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you got it. No, that's how they feel, but it's not that scene. It's the other one. Oh man, this CGI is crazy.
The ooze
Why
monster.
is it an ant?
Because every big monster thing has got to be insect based.
Does it?
That's how it works.
In this show,
That's the law of movies. That's the law of film, Jared.
But it's like, it doesn't go. Is that his, like, what's his theme? You know, it's not ant. It's
like
ooze.
It's insectoid. It's monstrous. It's disgusting. It's
just like, that's a weird choice for me. I feel like. Oh, he made an ant and a, what is that, scorpion?
or like
Ant-Man.
some
Praying mantis.
Oh, weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. The heck.
I'm trying to
And then now they're in the Amazon.
I'm trying to find the actual ooze that you could buy, but I can't even.
I know. I was trying to look on eBay, but I cannot find it.
I see like this picture of it on a desk. Oh, it's a YouTube video. Hold on, let's check this out.
Huh.
Power Rangers, the movie Ooze Slime preview from 2014. Oh, it's a guy making it. He's trying to make a replica of it.
I found an Ivan Ooze album on Amazon, as well as Ivan Ooze legacy action figures and stuff, but not actual Ooze.
What is an album? What do you mean? Is it him singing?
Like a music album.
Does he sing?
No, it's called Ivan Ooze, but it's by someone or some author named Earth God. I don't know, some musician, some band. I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's not Ivan Ooze presents like the best of Christmas carols or something like that.
No, that'd be... Actually, I think I might pay to listen to that.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty great. He'd be like, so the weather's outside is frightful. It'd be pretty great.
But your parents are so slavily delightful. Oh my god, thank you, Chris.
What is this? The Power Rangers are what?
Apparently there's a Power Rangers fighting game coming to Steam, Switch, and a few other consoles. Which I am totally excited for now.
What is the phenomenon with Power Rangers? Like, why is it gone on for so long? How come we can't get rid of it? How do we destroy it?
Well,
Is
because
this a
it's so
conspiracy by the Illuminati?
Not quite.
Like, it's weird. Why is this the thing? This is
Also,
actually...
that looks like the Gamorrean from Return of the Jedi, almost.
Yeah, a little bit.
Almost.
Totally. This is more long-lived than Pokemon. It's crazy. I think we're going to approach a thing where we're not even going to be aware of it. It'd be like, oh, by the way, Power Rangers is now the longest thing on TV ever, and it'll sneak up on us. It'll sneak up on everyone.
Well, right now that record currently belongs to The Simpsons, which I think is at almost 30 seasons.
Yeah, but once Simpsons stops, we won't even know.
Don't you say that.
You gotta let it go, man. It's on life support. You gotta let it go.
But it's it has such great.
The time is unplug the machine. But let's say it stops. If it stops, eventually we'll just be like sitting here one day and be like, but no one will know it. No, not even no one will know it. It would just be someone be like, we should check what the longest running TV show is, and I'm like, says here's Power Rangers. Oh my God, how do we let that happen? Someone was supposed to set an alarm about this. Did you not set up the alert system? No, I forgot. Oh no, what did we do? How did we let this happen? Man, this movie's
I feel like
skipping
if it does run for like 30 or 40 years and then it just stops, you could like start running the entire series again from the very first episode, and like just since 2 generations have passed, no one will notice.
Oh yeah, because
like,
everyone
all new Power Rangers.
Yeah, everyone who even remembers anything about the first one would be dead. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, so cool. I come in as as a grandfather, uncle, or whatever, and like, hey, I remember this. Let me watch it with you, kiddo. And then it makes that generation completely uncool because now the parents and grandparents want to watch it.
Yeah, it's it's totally weird. It's definitely like, I don't know, man. This scene is weird too. Why are they having such a hard time with this one guy?
Is it because they're like ninjas now, and they're like, why not just revert to their old Power Ranger ways, and then
they need to learn to morph. They have powers now, but like they have fighting gear. They just haven't morphed yet.
Well, I think the thing is like, it's like they have to do it now without the technology, but they were good fighters without it, and now they're just having. It's more than one guy, right? It's like 2 or 3. Okay, never mind. Maybe whatever.
It's all 5 of them.
They do seem to suck though. They do seem to not be good at anything at all.
Wait, he just kicked that guy. And his sword went in there more. Like,
kills her. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's nothing for us and the 6 Power Rangers. It's 5. It's 5 now. We're down 1.
Is it rude of me to make a remark that the female in danger is literally being saved by a white guy? It's probably rude of me. Like he is the White Ranger.
The white guy ranger.
Yeah.
Also, is that homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark?
That's probably bad of me to say. I just felt like it
probably this whole movie is probably homages to other things that are better than it. Because that's what I would do. Man, it's stuttering a lot, huh? It's getting crazy. It's really bad.
It's like every 20th or 30th frame is like rendering for like 20 frames. It's really bad.
That's fine.
It's like stuttering and pausing every time. It's kind of hilarious though because it does it at just the right moment.
That was kind of.
That's great. Like he just split the guy in half.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
These fight scenes are always like super hilariously choreographed rather. Hey, double header.
I always love that. It just flies in the air.
I love the like.
They stole that from Luke. Yeah, they stole that from Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, though. I want to say, like, I did something.
Well, technically,
something feels like
he is Liu Kang. He literally is.
But what's like great is like all their other fighting was like real, right? And that was like the one thing that was like, I'm gonna fly through the air.
No, that was real.
Oh,
that was real. Yeah. Once you become a ninja, you have the power to fly through the air to kick people. That's how that works.
Put on a hood and you could just like spin through the air. Also, what would spinning do? Why would spinning help you?
Because it makes you go more straight toward the enemy. Like so. I
guess if you are flying, you want
aerodynamic.
You're right. If you are happening to fly through the air, you are correct. Spinning would, help you go straight. Yes, I guess that's a good point. It won't do more damage, but it will help you control your flight.
I mean, theoretically, if it helps you fly straighter so that you lose less momentum to the air as you fly, you technically are hitting with a stronger force, but like very, very, very minutely stronger.
Enough to
like
kick
not enough to really be significant.
No, it was enough to make the guy fly all the way back 20 feet and then shatter, as you know, things do.
Look, spirits.
Wow, fairies are here.
They'll restore all of his hearts, right?
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Is the white ninja even a white guy?
I think so.
I hate his hair more than anything.
It's the 90s, man.
Yeah, I know. It's not even a hairstyle. It's just he has long hair that he pulled back into like a thing.
That is how he styles his hair, so I would say that's a hairstyle.
It's not. It's the lack thereof. It's avoiding having to style your hair.
See, there's things called hairdos, and that is a hair don't. That's what I'm gonna say.
Nice one. Slammed. Burn.
The pink and yellow ranger is so short. Is this Japan Power Rangers or America at this point?
I don't know.
Wait, what?
I don't actually remember if any of the films were
I
from
feel like this
Sentai.
is
I think
all...
the films were all...
This is all America, so Yellow Ranger is female in here.
That is the most hilariously bad CGI. You can like see all the textured parts and like where things were filled in and the difference from the actual like film proper. It's great.
Yeah, this is very cheap CGI. I'm sure the budget.
I remember how cheesy the CGI was, and I'm so
Have
happy.
reflection though.
Recipes, where's all your little movie facts? Give us the budget. Let's break this down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quiet. Oh wow, it's so bad. It hurts my head. I don't remember. Oh my gosh.
And there's zero like ray tracing or anything to make that
that's the thing.
realistic.
It's like almost they're like, ray tracing will add 3 days to render time. No, we're already waiting a week. Okay.
Yeah,
Budget's
basically.
15 million.
That seems good. I still don't know anything about movie
Worldwide
budget.
gross was 66 million.
Whoa!
Wow, really?
Okay, that killed it. They really knew their target audience back then, I guess. I guess kids
They
loved,
really did.
Kids loved Power Rangers. I definitely saw it. I owned it on VHS. But, my gosh.
I love the smell of destruction in the evening.
He loves the smell of destruction in the evening, but he's in space away from the destruction. Why wouldn't you be there making sure your robots... No, he's on Earth. Never mind, he's on Earth.
The subtitle went over him when he said, Ivan Ooze is evil, and he was saying it.
Good. It's like a tidbit. Ivan Ooze is the evil villain of this movie.
Here we go.
This is where it gets good.
I think they do that thing they do in the old Godzilla movies with the prop trains, right? Which I remember as a kid, we rented it because my parents wanted to I guess we wanted to see the old Godzilla movies. And then we were laughing so hard because at one point Godzilla picks up a train and it's a model train with the people silhouettes painted in the window. And as Godzilla's picking it up, all the silhouettes are just sitting there, just all perfectly still. And I always thought that was so funny. I think they do that in this movie too, maybe. I don't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
But I just remember that being so funny to me as a kid. Just like, he's picking up the train and they're just sitting there.
Also, the Yellow Ranger's helmet is not fully sealed on in some scenes. It's like you can see it at the side. It's like there's a little cracked open.
So like, yeah, it's not sealed from like disease and stuff like that you don't even know what you're being exposed to.
I mean, when you have ooze, I mean, where has that ooze been, honestly?
Does it get recycled?
Their suits need to be sealed for like space flight in case, and disease. They're fighting all kinds of monsters. You don't know if they're a viral type monster or a bacterial monster. It could be, it's got a, what are the suits that they wear and you're yellow? And
why is she orange now?
Hazmat?
Yeah, they're not hazmat certified. They got to be hazmat.
And they literally flip into the Zords, like just more cartwheels in the air.
It's Voltron now.
Basically. Huh. I didn't know frogs and tiger wolves and black bears could fly.
Yeah,
That's a very realistic depiction.
That's all. It's all. They used to, at least back.
I didn't know Ivans could ooze.
Touche.
You didn't know. Then you didn't go to my high school.
Oh no!
What?
I don't know. You don't know? Oh. Okay. Oh yeah. They're having like a ooze party now. Why are they having it? Why would he tell them to do that? You guys dug my hole. I don't care. Whatever. Party.
So it says on here.
It's the kids having a party.
Is this TwitchCon?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Tiffany.
Oh no.
Tiffany, if you make a TwitchCon video, you gotta like splice some of this in. Splice some of this footage. Just slip it in there and be like, we went to a party. It was great. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Parents are gonna die. Where are you getting this information, kid? InfoWars?
This is the Jimmy Neutron movie plot.
Oh my gosh. Jimmy Neutron ripping them off?
Yeah. Or they're ripping off Jimmy Neutron.
No. Here's my thing. These shots of the city flying through the air probably cost him like thousands of dollars. And now they could have done it with like $100 drone and just flew it, like,
probably like 10,000.
You mean back then?
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably had like a helicopter and permits, and now you could be like, yeah, just get a drone up there. You know, it's 4K, it's great. Yeah.
You do realize there was nothing that was shot in the actual city, though, right? That was all a model.
What? Oh, then even I don't know. I don't know how these movies work.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't spend that much money like that. Like,
I guess
even the model though. I don't know.
Yeah, what was it, like an Instagram or something like that, of a company that specializes in making tiny stuff for movies, and it's like incredibly detailed and like super amazing. Like the amount of like you have to make a whole thing and make it detailed. It was like tanks and stuff for like war movies. I'm like, it seems so much easier just to go and find a tank and shoot footage of it.
Is this
you do
the
model
rap?
making for more effects and like if you want to destroy it or like
it's for sure. It's for those tanks don't exist. They don't have that many. You know, powering a tank is probably not cheap. You know, for sure. Like they gotta blow it up and do special effects. It's just crazy how detailed they were before they went into CG.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's impressive to say the least.
Ride 'em Cowboy. I think I used to say that for like 20 years because of this movie.
You still say it.
I probably do. At some time, I probably say it without even realizing. I'm saying riding cowboy.
So I found out that fact that you were wondering about, Jared, about the makeup.
Oh yeah,
it took Paul Freeman 7 hours in the makeup chair to be transformed into Ivan Ooze.
For this stupid
7 hours? Oh my gosh, that is dedication.
I'd be like, hey, after like the first day, I'd be like, can we just rewrite this character in some way so I don't have to do this for 7 hours?
Or just like do it one day and then do all my scenes in one day and then let me be done.
That's crazy. Each of the Power Rangers costumes weighed over 40 pounds.
What is it made out of? It looks like spandex.
It's made out of ooze.
Yeah, it's been some kind of electromagnetic deadlock. What's a deadlock? Joey Tango.
I love that the subtitles are out of sync.
This is the movie now.
This is great.
Can we watch all movies with like mismatched subtitles?
Yeah. See if it lines up in any significant way. He's telling the kids to hang on. Wow, look at this.
This is amazing. Also disgusting, but kind of amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
What?
Filming the final scene turned into a disaster when local radio DJs caught wind of it and tried to turn the scene of the location into a Meet the Power Rangers contest.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So like, what is their contest? Like, we know where it is and we'll tell you if you win?
I think so.
That's Crazy.
Seems like they could sue them for that or something like that. Like, I don't know, you're ruining our business.
Yeah, aren't film locations like that supposed to be cordoned off? So that
I have
only
no idea.
Yeah,
They are, but I mean, you could. I mean, if as long as you're not in the shot, you could watch. Like I watched them film Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, generally they're like okay with that and stuff like that. Yeah, because like when I moved to this where I live now, before it was a Costco, it was like a strip mall that was like done, like it was dead. But there's an old bank, and they filmed a movie there. And it was like right when we moved in, like they're filming a movie, and you could just walk over there and watch them. And they would like move the crowd around based on the shot that they were doing.
Yeah.
oh, that's
It said yeah.
Yeah, instead of her being grossed out by this vor goo, she was like, yeehaw! So she's totally into it. Also, I was going to say this.
Became the
Edit this movie, but you do a hue filter for purple and you make it white. It's a completely different movie.
No.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Does Rabbit app Chromecast? I think so. But you won't hear our funny banter, Fava.
So apparently, the directors of this movie have never seen the series.
Whoa! So they don't know what the hell they're doing.
I can't believe that.
I did forget. Power Rangers theme music is like banging. Like it's so good. It's too good for the show.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Buckethead who filmed that? Yeah, isn't that Buckethead?
the theme song. No.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. It's something. It's some really good guitarist.
I thought it was Red Hot Chili Pepper.
Oh, well, hold on. There's a. Buckethead didn't write the Power Rangers songs. They only wrote the only thing he wrote was the solo movie soundtrack. Oh, so maybe he did write that solo? I'm so confused.
It was by Ron Wasserman. Fun fact, he actually had intended it for use in X-Men, but it was never used. So they actually used a different one for the X-Men cartoon, which is that classic that everybody now knows.
Well, I think he wrote that riff that we heard, though. So
yeah, that guitar riff.
Right, because I was saying that's a really good guitar riff. And I was like, I remember something about this being written by someone like pro. I think that was Buckethead. So it's like, that is a good guitar riff because it's a legitimately good like guitar player or whatever.
I don't know. Sorry, when I find it online, it's officially performed by quote the Power Rangers Orchestra.
Theme song, but not the riff for this movie, though, is what I'm saying. That riff was, I think, that's what this Reddit comment says. Anyways, also I want to mention, even as a kid, I never understood that part where the monorail is going to go towards the tracks. Also, one, that wasn't nearly a big enough plot point that the monorail track was broken. It was just like there and gone. They should have milked that. And then the bird thing just goes there. What is that, a seagull? Was he a seagull? It puts its back up there and the train goes across it. No, that would never work. I never understood that. I was 7 and I was like, this doesn't make sense, and I hate it.
I'm very confused.
Whoa.
Why is he a seagull?
It says the displays in the Megazord utilized over 3,000 lamps wired over 71 different state circuits.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I put it in Rabbit Jet.
Oh.
The displays in the Megazord utilized over 3,000 wired. What? That doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
What is a state circuit?
State circuit is probably like maybe Coder Geek could explain it better than me.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like Favalava said in TED. It's basically whether that particular circuit of lamps is off or on, and how it interacts with others near it.
Yeah, it's probably
so like if a particular one is off, maybe it might turn others on.
Okay.
I think it's something like 71 different on-off switches essentially that are circuit based, that are automated or something like that, and that's what they're all flickering all the time. There's 71 different unique settings probably on off.
Yep.
Like if you number them 1 through 71, it'd be like 1 is on, 2 is off, 3 is on, and then you alternate those and do all that stuff. Yeah.
Which is really inefficient because if you're connecting 3,000 lamps, you can do it with just a combination of 12 on and off switches. Because 2 to the 12th is 4,096.
Yeah, but then you don't get as much.
You could still alter each lamp individually.
Oh, I
it's
see
just a
what you're
matter of like which combination of switches you use affects which lamp.
Like a matrix, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Actually, no, because then you wouldn't have the way I'm thinking of it. You would only be able to specify which of one lamp to turn on each time. You'd have to. Yeah. No, never mind. I'm dumb.
We also know the configuration. It's just 71 state circuits. It doesn't really say in what order or like what that means exactly. So I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting that it is like. I wonder. It's also one of those things where it's like, yeah, now I just like get some LED strips and then I attach them to an Arduino and then I'm done. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as a 3D animation. The amount of work that goes into wiring these things could be done by a single like kid in high school.
Basically, yeah.
Now it's so easy.
This particular scene reminds me of the Christmas episode, the first proper episode of David Tennant as the Doctor, where the aliens use blood control to like basically try to enslave a third of the population and like make them kill themselves. But then apparently like the way blood control works, you can't have someone kill themselves. It just doesn't work that way because their instinct of self-preservation is too high.
I like that.
So it stops working.
I like that scene because the kids are trying to push the mob of parents from killing themselves. And then that kid gets the idea to jump on the very convenient fire hydrant. But he's shooting his friends in the back, which I would not appreciate. I feel like you're killing me. First of all, hold up. Don't shoot me.
I personally like that he was basically just playing a video game, trying to keep everything back.
They were all doing the work, and he's like, I'm just gonna shoot you.
I'm just gonna like play a tower defense game real quick with you guys.
There's a techno babble from Billy. Thanks.
What happened to Crab and Goyle?
They turned on the water for the fire hydrant. They helped the little kid.
Oh.
So the emergency use button is to kick the enemy in the nuts.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good emergency use.
It's always the emergency. Ask any girl.
Oh look, a conveniently placed asteroid.
That was the plan. You weren't listening.
Oh yeah. Oops.
They did it. They did it.
Woo.
We did it.
Wait, why are they like cheering? Do they know what happened? Because I would just be super confused.
They're all just happy to be there. They just when I wake up, I always like, yeah, I didn't die. I didn't die in my sleep. You just gotta look at every day as it's you didn't die. You know, you're rolling the dice every day, and you know, live it like it's your last one.
Live it like it's your last one.
Yeah, because you don't know.
So you never wake up and you're just like, I'm alive still.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to be alive, sure, I guess. But if your goal is to not die like most people, then you should be like, oh my god, I'm beating the odds. Statistically, you sleep a lot, and so
about a third of your life, give or take.
What?
About a third of your life, give or take.
Well, I mean, like how many days are there in a year? You know, and you live like if you're like 40 years old, you have then rolled the dice of dying in your sleep several thousand times. It's pretty good.
13,500.
Go to Vegas. I'd go to Vegas with those odds for sure. But then there's that one day, you wake up and you're dead. This time.
He looked over at everybody and was like, "Oh, I should bow my head too, I guess."
He's like, "What are we doing?"
It's like a throwback to a previous Buffer Buddies. You live forever until you die.
It's like that thing in the movies where the family's praying, but the one person isn't religious, and they're like, oh, yeah, and they just
yeah.
They're all like, okay, we'll all pray now. And he's like, what? Oh, okay.
It's like it's his fault he's not reviving. You've got to pray harder.
I don't believe in that, guys. No, he's sort of coming back to like, I just need one more person. He's like, I don't do that.
Just one more belief.
No, I don't do that.
They use the Force.
Yeah, how do they know to do this? How did they know that they'll shoot holograms from their chest? What made them think to do that?
They
Power
don't
of
know.
the Rangers.
Yeah, they sensed it in their
That
body.
looks like a famous lady. Julian.
Amy Jo Johnson.
Who's the
who
lady
is
in,
actually a famous actress?
Is she
no, no.
the exorcist? Or the exorcist? Is she an exercising lady?
No, who's the person from Julia Roberts? That Pink Ranger looks like Julia Roberts,
What?
but super
Kimberly?
young. Or at least in that scene right there, I was like, that's Julia Roberts. Why did you
he's
bring me back
alive.
alive?
But then they all die in
they all
place.
age really bad.
Like, no, you're giving too much of your life force. Not too much. Too much. Turn it down.
Or they're like, stop, you're taking too much. He's like, but it feels so good. And he's like, he kills them. Rangers, you don't even know our names. Yes, I do.
Assemble.
Yes, I do. And they're like, oh, dang it. They're all mad.
Hey, look, they're back. He's trying to adore every single one of them. He looks so happy.
I feel like he's like, but I feel like when he's in that tube and his face is like that, it's kind of like being on a Google chat call, like where he's looking isn't where they are, but he has a fake looking like left to right, even though that's not what he sees. It's just so they.
Oh yeah,
like,
he has to look at the camera and not at actually them.
Yeah, exactly. And then he doesn't know what he's looking. He's just looking right to left, going, yeah.
It's such a weird thing I always forget to do whenever I'm on like a duo call or something.
My trick is, so if, let's say it's your laptop, right, and the camera's in the middle, and so like you're looking at the person on the screen, right? Let's say you full screen it, right? Well, if you're looking at them, you're looking around mid-level of the camera. Now, if you take the window and you make it as small as possible and then drag it all the way to the top, now when you're looking at them, you're looking a couple inches higher, more near the camera.
That's a really clever way of doing it, actually.
And
Yeah.
also, it's less awkward because then you're just staring at their general face rather than their gigantic face, and it makes it easier to look at them, and you're kind of looking more at their eyes, sort of ish.
Right.
Interesting.
That's a clever way of doing it. Good thinking, Jared.
Yeah,
I like your little life tips. We should make a segment of that.
I don't like have enough though on the ready. They just come
He
out.
has two. He has that one and how to make a good peanut butter
Oh
sandwich.
man, you guys want to know how to make it? So what you do is
I
you
would
get,
love a great peanut butter sandwich.
have you not heard this? I've said it like 8 times.
My soul is ready.
Oh my gosh, should we do it?
You go for it.
Okay, so here's how you make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich as these credits sort of roll in this movie. You get the toast. You get it's not toast yet. It's bread. You get the bread. You get whatever bread you like. I personally like kind of like that multigrain. It's not whole wheat, but it's like a multigrain bread. I kind of like that myself. But whatever. Go with your full white bread if that's what you want. You put it in the toaster. Now, pro tip about toasting in the toaster. If you have a toaster oven, leave the thing ajar a little bit. That's how you make better British style toast. You toast it to whatever level you like. I like a light golden brown, not really like actual full toast, but just kind of warming it up. While you're doing that, you get out the peanut butter, and then you get the jelly out. Or
At
you
that
could,
point, crispy or not crispy?
I like it crispy, sort of.
Okay,
I
good.
don't like it
Good,
hard
you're
though.
doing it
I don't
right.
want to actually toast level. It's kind of in between. It's more just to get it
you're
warm
doing
and
it
kind of
right.
like a little bit crunchy, but not. It shouldn't break in half like toast. It should kind of bend a little bit. Then you get the peanut butter and jelly. I prefer strawberry. You could do whatever jelly you want, or you could get honey as optional. Banana is also another good topping. You can kind of go crazy with the toppings, but the most important thing is you pull out the toast. You put the peanut butter on both breads. That's the number one secret to this method. The peanut butter goes on both breads. Now, this is double good if you're taking it for lunch, because this is what I would do for snowboarding. And here's why. Because when you put the jelly on, you make a seal. You seal the edges of the peanut butter around the jelly. So you have a jelly pocket in the middle, and it doesn't ruin the bread as much as you would if you put the jelly on the bread. It soaks in, ruins it. Now, when you take it out of the bag, where you're going to eat it, or if you're going to eat it right there, you squeeze the middle, and it distributes the jelly across the thing. Now, you can also put in, I like banana slices. You can do honey. Sometimes I do chocolate powder, chocolate syrup. Caramel syrup is also a killer one. And that's kind of the secret, is that peanut butter spread on both breads. I prefer chunky. It kind of doesn't work as great as smooth in that term because it's harder to spread, but there you go. That's the secret. Those are all the little tips.
Wow. That's
now Gordon Ramsay's gonna steal my idea and put it on a show, and he'll be like, "This is the best
actually
way.
really good. Thanks,
this is
Jared.
the best way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm making a sandwich. I'm cooking here." That's Gordon Ramsay. And he's gonna be like, "I invented it, the Gordon Ramsay style," and I'm gonna be so mad because that's the thing. I make the Gordon Ramsay eggs, but now I'm thinking, who did he steal that from? What podcast did he take that from that they can't fight
Zordon
back?
Ramsay?
Zordon Ramsay. Oh, you said that joke earlier. Okay, it's funnier now because I brought him up organically. Okay, you guys. So what we do is we rate the movie for this case we rate it for like a movie night. So that's what's coming up next, you guys. So stick around for that and tell your friends about the podcast. But we rate it for what we think. Watching it with friends, talking over it, making jokes, having a laugh, eating a slice of za, as you might have said in this movie. They probably called it za at some point in this movie.
Za, like
za.
pizza.
Yeah, you ever go rollerblading? You get some za
my
after,
gosh.
just like a Power
Oh my
Ranger.
gosh.
So that's what we're going to do. But really fast, if you want to know more information about this podcast, if you stumbled around it randomly or if a friend told you about it, well, thank them and tell us that then at them on Twitter and at us so we know to thank them. But you could go to bufferbuddies.com. It has all the information on there. What movie we're watching next. Are the link to the Discord if you want to join in live or listen live and type in chat, just like Favalava here and some other people. Or you could... vote on movies. It has a link to the Reddit where you could vote and suggest movies and all that stuff and all that. That's pretty much it. Oh, I also want to thank Monk Turner for the use of his theme song. He let us use that song for our podcast, and that was always super great. I was actually thinking about this, you guys, the other day, that was still technically just a placeholder song, and I just like gave up looking after he let us use his song. So if anyone has
I
any...
think it's become sort of like a de facto for us, though, like a really good default.
It's good song.
It's a good song. I never liked it. I was looking for something very specific I couldn't find, but now it's just like I feel like it's become iconic for the podcast just because it's been forced that way. Maybe like we brute forced it by just playing it, using it as an intro. So technically, I'm still open to hearing new song theme titles, but it's gotta beat Monk Turner's song, Mr. Turner.
Well, if I may, like Adam Savage and his Tested crew have a podcast called Still Untitled, and like originally it was called that because they couldn't think of a title, and like now that's actually become its standard title. It's really good.
I think we had that joke in our podcast. Sounds like he took that from us, man. I feel like Hollywood knows about our podcast, and they're just like, don't tell anyone. They're keeping us down. The Illuminati is keeping our podcast on the wrap because they just know they're harvesting it for good ideas. Because I feel like that's like that's definitely. If you go back to episode like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, something before 6, I think that was like before we actually had a name for the podcast. I think we make that joke that we're like, we should make it a name. I don't know.
Anyways, ratings?
Yeah, ratings.
Do you want to explain how the ratings work?
Oh, I kind of did, but I'll do it again. We rate them based on what we think for this movie, based on how we think it fits this genre. Yeah, it was the first thing I did.
About peanut butter.
Yeah, I went into the rant about Mr. Turner. Also, I was thinking of the idea of like we should. I was like, I don't know. I was something earlier. I was thinking about like all this stuff about Monk Turner, and I was like, how funny it is if we talked about someone every podcast. Like, not bad. We just talked about them, and like no one knew. Like, it was kind of. I think we used to make the joke about Chris Villain and him not knowing that we talked about him like every episode. I just always thought that would be such a funny idea. Like, you should listen to our podcast. So, I was listening to your guys' podcast. You talk about me a lot. Like something like that would be weird and funny and kind of odd. But anyways,
my rating is 10 out of 10 children who wrote about monsters and they came to life.
Well played.
Mine is 4 out of 10 unmatched subtitles.
Mine is 3 out of 10 Red Rangers.
Is that everyone?
I'm giving it 10 out of 10 skydiving teenagers because I remember this and there were parts that I misremembered, but it made me very happy nostalgically.
Fava?
And it was fun to talk through.
Hey guys, Favalava here with a 1 out of 10 burnt PB&Js.
Oh, so low.
Why is it burnt? What'd you do wrong? I gave you very clear instructions.
Only until golden brown, man.
Strong.
Golden brown.
Jared, what's your rating?
4 out of 10 unguarded eggs.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I like it.
I panicked. I'm so bad. Why? How are you guys so good at this? I don't know how you guys come up with them so fast. It takes me so long. And then we also have Chris Alberti, 10 out of 10 Power Ranger suits. I don't know if anyone said that. I don't think so. Was that everyone? I think that was
what
everyone.
I'm doing is like as we go through the podcast, like I'm writing, I kind of like jot down quick, like, oh, that'd be hilarious type idea, or oh, that'd be hilarious item to rate it or something.
That's super helpful for me. I'm really bad at writing stuff down in real time. I never write anything down. Tiffany knows this. I'm really bad at writing anything down ever.
Correct.
So yes. All right, you guys, is that it?
I think so. It's been fun. That was a great, another wonderful episode.
All right. I guess let's do a typical.
Can we all at the count of 3 on 3 say it's Morphin time?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm down. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
It's
Morphin
time.
Okay, that
I yelled Red Ranger.
Are we doing ear warning?
Yeah, we might want to do that. Sorry, listeners.
Well, up until SPD, they stopped having animals.
What? No. They didn't have. They had cars in Turbo.
Yeah.
Why
that's
do
what
you
I'm
know
saying.
so much about this?